Hello, and welcome to the BioMight Learning Series on amino acids. Today we'll take a look at the amino acids and see how you can use the BioMight tool to teach about amino acids and their structure and composition to your students and to your audience. Let's take a look at the login page and jump on in. Here we go to the projects page, which isn't yet implemented. Soon in the future, you'll be able to log in and store your projects so you can retrieve them and display them in your presentation, your classroom, or on the web. Here's the BioMight's palettes page. Let's jump into the elements. The molecules. At the top of the molecules page, over to the right, we see amino acids. Let's dive in and take a look. Here, BioMight represents the amino acids in a form that you could use if you just wanted to take a picture of all the amino acids that are in the body and use it for a slide or put it on your website or just where you can show all the different amino acids at once. Let's take a look at the alanines. BioMight here has 4 different models of alanines. So let's dive in and take a look at the first one. Here's an alanine molecule. We can see that it consists of a carboxyl group of carbon and oxygen with a hydrogen up over here sitting on top of that oxygen. Let's take a look at that little guy. We pull back out, we see the central carbon and a nitrogen that has 2 hydrogens. Alanine is a relatively simple molecule to remember in that it only has the CH3 on the side chain. Carboxyl group, amine, central carbon. Let's dive out and take a look at another amino acid. Let's go into arginines. Here we see there's 2 arginine molecules. Now if you just wanted to add a bunch of representations for arginines in general, you could use these, or you can dive into the model and take a look at the molecule itself. Here we see an arginine molecule. Again, we have the carboxyl group, the amine group, the central carbon, and a chain of CH2s. And up on top, it's pretty heavy. It's got 3 large nitrogen atoms connected to this carbon, which is connected to the chain. So arginines like 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 3 carbons coming off the central core, surrounded by 3 nitrogens. Let's jump back. Let's take a look at the next one. Asparagine. Same and similar with all the amino acids that we work with in the human body. There's a carboxyl and amine group. Dive in there and take a look around. See how that works. That little tool. We got our CH2 group. An oxygen and nitrogen connected to the carbon. Still a relatively simple chain. Let's jump to one of my favorites, tryptophan. Tryptophan's a very unique amino acid in that it has 2 rings with connected and double carbon bonding. We have a nitrogen carbon ring and a full carbon ring. Tryptophan, very interesting. Another one that's very interesting is proline. It actually wraps back onto itself. Here we can see how that happens. We have our central chain, and we have 3 CH3 molecules attached back onto the nitrogen, onto the amine group. There we go. Take a look at it. Try to melt that into your head for your study time or your class. Okay, let's add that object to the palette. I put up on the palette, it's far away so I can move in close. Let's say I'll move to like 4. Oops, too much. Let's move it back to like 8. There we go. Bring it down a bit. I'm adjusting the camera. Oops, I always go the wrong way. I have to improve this interface. There we go. Let's bring it to like 0, 1. Okay, so now we have the proline here, and let's just mess around with it and make it rotate around. And I'll just watch that for a while and maybe let its atomic structure soak into my head. So I'm going to leave it at its position. I'm going to go over here to rotation. I'm going to rotate it around Y. Do like 180. I think this is set for radians, so my calculations aren't perfect. So I'm going to zoom out on it so I can get it nice and close. And then I'll run the start. Now as it's rotating, I can actually zoom in on it. There, I think I got this one down. Well, thank you. That was the instruction for today, and thanks for stopping by. Hope you take a look at the rest of the amino acids and use them in your presentations or on your website. Have a good day.